Julian Cross was the golden boy of the American music industry. He lived in a sprawling mansion high in the hills of Los Angeles, protected by state-of-the-art security and towering gates. But terror doesn't always knock on the front door. Sometimes, it's already inside. It started with small, unsettling gifts. Every Wednesday, a single dead blue rose would appear on his driveway. Then came the messages on social media from an anonymous account. One read, "You should move the mirror in your bedroom to the right, Julian. The lighting is better there." Cold sweat ran down Julian's spine. He had moved that mirror only 2 days ago. No one, not even his closest staff, knew about it. One night, Julian returned home at 2 a.m. after a sold-out concert. He had given his security team the night off for a long weekend. The house was deathly silent. As he stepped into the bathroom to take a shower, his Bluetooth speaker suddenly sparked to life. It began playing a demo track, a song he had recorded years ago but never released. It was saved only on his private, offline laptop.
Heart pounding, he looked at the bathroom mirror. On the steam-covered glass, a message had been traced by a finger. "Welcome home, Julian. I've made coffee." Julian ran to the kitchen, his breath coming in ragged gasps. On the dining table sat 2 cups of coffee, steam still rising from it. But the room was empty. Suddenly, his phone buzzed, a video notification from the anonymous stalker. With trembling hands, he pressed play. The video showed Julian himself, fast asleep in his bed just an hour earlier. In the darkness behind him, a shadowy figure was leaning over, gently stroking his hair. The footage was taken from inside his bedroom. Julian spun around, screaming for help, but there was no one there. His eyes landed on a large portrait on the wall. He noticed 2 tiny, perfect holes where the eyes of the portrait should be. When the police arrived, they made a gruesome discovery. Hidden behind the wallpaper was a network of narrow crawl spaces and tunnels built into the very frame of the house. The stalker had been living inside the walls for 3 months, watching Julian through microscopic holes in every room. The police finally dragged the man out of the crawl space. As the flashlights hit his face, Julian fell to his knees in horror. The stalker didn't look like a stranger. Through multiple plastic surgeries, the man had transformed his face to look exactly like Julian. He hadn't just been watching, he was preparing. His plan was to kill Julian that night with poisoned coffee and step out into the world as the real Julian Cross. Julian survived, but he never lived in that mansion again. Because even now, in the silence of the night, he still hears a faint scratching sound behind the walls, wondering if there is still someone, somewhere, waiting to take his place.